Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom for LLE.Ascension, aka LLE Astrology, aka LLE Tarot. We are back. Gonna do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and then I'm gonna show you the spread, and we will begin. Head, that's swords, thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the direction you going. That's the decisions that you making. Everything starts from the mind. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Who rules the heart and mind department? Usually the divine feminine. Divine feminine, you can tell. And then you got wands. Wands are things you're doing, things you've done, or things you finna do, which really don't mean anything because you ain't did them yet. So what you've done has accountability and karma attached to it. What you're doing has accountability and karma attached to it. But what you finna do doesn't. All wands are is actions and behavior. That's all you can go off of with a person. Who's the king of wands? The divine masculine. So this is his arena. Then you got pentacles. Pentacles are toes. They're persons, places, and things. Things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles have expiration dates. So let's get the spread out. And we will begin. So, overall energy, we got the king of wands. This is the divine masculine. The Queen of Wands, which was the divine feminine, was the bottom line energy for the twin flame union, reunion, and recognition reading. For the separation reading, we got you in the overall energy, which is just fairly important. The divine masculine. Bottom line, what's very important, we have the divine masculine's role. Ooh, it's going to be a good one. Feminine. You come into the situation with the Knight of Cups. This is joy or emotional... Okay, this is joy. This is the step after the 10 of Cups, excuse me. This is joy. It's the Romeo and Juliet card, but we just gonna stick to joy. This message. You in regards to yourself, feminine, we got the Six of Swords. It's that clueless card, rolling with the homies. That's things coming together, man. Just the way things did at the end of Clueless, the movie. Feminine, you in regards to the masculine, we got another 6. This is the 6 of Cups. This is the sauce card. Show steez, show essence. This is what makes you you. Going to the future feminine, we got the 10 of Wands. These are temporary endings. 10s are all about endings. Masculine, you come into the situation with the 5 of Pentacles. This is the dark night of the soul. Basically going without something. It's a pentacle. As far as the feminine masculine, you got the 9 of Pentacles. This is lining your life up. This is also a 90%. This is you lining your life up. 4 Pentacles, 4 Pentacles. That's 8 Pentacles. That was the overall energy in the Twin Flames and Union, Reunion, and Recognition reading. And you see how your life was all over the place when you look at an 8 of Pentacles. You see how here, this is you lining your life up. Getting it in order to fit more persons, places, or things in it. That's a good deal right there in regards to the masculine. I mean, the feminine masculine. I'm all over the place. Excuse me. Let me get some coffee. Let me get some coffee. Masculine. You in regards to yourself, we got the King of Pentacles. This is a karmic masculine. The divine feminine had the karmic feminine in her message in regards to you. You in regards to yourself, we're going to have the King of Pentacles. Man, I need to eat. I'm all over the place. And final card going to the future masculine, we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is homeostasis. This is just things being okay. If you notice, every card you got masculine is a pentacle. So it's all about manifestation in this reading. Let's get with it. So, twin flames and separation. First card in this message, we got the divine masculine. This deals with both masculine and feminine energy. We broke down what a divine feminine was. She's the queen of action. She's Trinity from the Matrix. This is Neo from the Matrix. Masculine, you're the one. Like, you are the one. You know, yes, you might seem the most unqualified. You ain't on Trinity business. You ain't Morpheus around here. It might seem that since you the newcomer, or since, you know, You just kind of getting into this little demo. You know, you might feel you ill-equipped for this role, for this job, for this title, but just like Neo in the Matrix, you the one. It's you. You matter more than anything else. You know? That's why Neo sacrificed himself for Morpheus. He ain't sacrificed himself for Morpheus to save Morpheus because Morpheus is more greater than himself. He's just doing what the Oracle told him. The Oracle told him in Matrix 1, it's going to come to a point where you're going to have your life in one hand, you're going to have Morpheus' life in the other hand. One of you are going to die. Morpheus didn't die, did he? But Neo didn't die, did he? Mr. Anderson died. Your old self has to die. You have to change into a whole new person, a whole new creature. You know, I'm talking to the feminists that ain't on their job. Like I said, this twin flame situation is built for you two to be the best versions of yourselves. Trinity was cool, but what Neo did for Trinity was humble her. Trinity was a high-head. Trinity didn't play no motherfucking games. Trinity wasn't playing. You could tell in the first scene of the Matrix, Trinity wasn't fucking around. She was cold-blooded. She was hostile, cuz. She was hostile. You could tell by her tone, by how she acted. But then look at Matrix 2. She's more calm. She's more feminine. You dig? It ain't just the change that your masculine turns you into, feminine. It's the change you turn your masculine to. Like, y'all pair. Masculine. You have a divine counterpart for a reason. And going to the bottom line, it's your job to support your divine counterpart. And if you can't do that, then it's your job to just be there for your divine counterpart. When your feminine call, pick up. Might be a good opportunity for you. Might be a good opportunity for her, for just you being there. She got some plans. She got a direction that she would like you to go in. You know, with or without her. Like I say, I'm always hitting my masculine up for good opportunities. Hey, man, got an opportunity for you, bro. If you're interested, man, you ain't really got to do too much. All you got to do is show up. And I got you. You know what I'm saying? Half the little functions, my masculine just showed up for. My masculine show up and do no cards. He'll tell me, nigga, I don't do cards. I ain't no psychic. What you need me for? Like, bruh, I just need you to be there. See, you the other side of my coin. So by people seeing both sides of the coin, it ain't gonna do nothing but help. The people that's coming, people that I'm helping, you helping people just being there. You help me in ways I can't even explain. How am I helping you? It don't look like it. Boy, you is. You done changed me to a whole new creature. And I see you change to a whole new creature. I don't want no cookie for me being a reason you changed, but I see my influence has helped you in a lot of ways also. Like masculine, you gotta basically be there. You gotta get involved. Q-Tip and Raphael Sadiq. Get involved. The song is called Get Involved by Raphael Sadiq, produced by Q-Tip. Listen to that shit at the end of the message. That's the whole vibe of this whole reading right here. Masculine, you the one. Your feminine been telling you the one. But it's crazy it took other people to tell you you're the one for you to step into this one shit. Morpheus been telling Neo he was the one. But he waiting on what the Oracle need to say. And then the Oracle had to tell him he wasn't the one for him to figure out that he was. You see how Neo acts? It's a mirror. This twin flame shit is a mirror. You wave your right hand, it's the left hand waving at you. In the mirror, you got a ring on your right hand, but it's inverted. What your masculine sees is inverted. What your masculine sees is this instead of this. So when you writing a message to your masculine, you got to write it backwards so he can see it forward. If you write a forward message on a mirror to your masculine, it's going to be backwards and look like gibberish. You see, that's how the Oracle had to come at Neo. She told him he wasn't the one, knowing he was the one. But she knew Neo. Matrix 2. He finally gets to see the Oracle. What the Oracle do? Sit down. Have a seat. I'd rather stand. Suit yourself. Suit yourself. He ended up sitting down anyway. Take a piece of candy. Well, you know if I'm gonna take the candy or not, right? Well, I wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't. He takes the candy. Like the nigga just challenging the oracle. Like she's an oracle. This ain't a person you flex on. This ain't a person you deny. But that's how the masculines roll. That's the way Neo treats the oracle is how the divine masculine treats the divine feminine. It's doubt. Cause he don't know, you know what I mean? How do I know if I can even trust you? She say bingo. That's the $1 million question right there. You know? But look how inquisitive Neo is. Neo asks questions, something the feminine doesn't do. See, the feminines, divine feminines, we just do the will of God. We just do what God tell us. We ain't combative like masculines are. So to you divine masculine women, stop being combative. Stop questioning shit. Just get down to the get now. Be more like your feminine. Just get with the shits. Okay? Everything doesn't need to be analyzed. Everything doesn't need to be fact checked. Everything doesn't need a fucking confirmation. That's why your masculine be slow to get with it. That's why these separations happen. Because he wants to make sure that uniting with you or getting with you is the best possible thing to do. Ain't that he doubts you. He probably doubts this. You've done what you've done, feminine, to really be solid and certified in your masculine's life. It's just the direction he see you going in. Like my masculine with me. You know I'm a good dude. I'm a good person. Like I generally rock with that nigga. Like I fucks with that nigga the long way. I love that nigga unconditionally. That's just me. He ain't tripping off what I do for him. What he's tripping on is this me doing shit for the community. Me even like throwing him in this mix to help y'all out. Like, cause he questions if this spiritual community is fucking me up. If me even being a psychic is fucking up my shit with God. He's inquisitive. But, you know, he's the other side of the coin. You know? I do get to see his feelings towards this shit. I understand why he questions what I do with this. Because he just want to make sure that this shit is helping me instead of hurting me or destroying me. Bottom line, 2 of Wands. This is divine masculine's role. Masculine, you just got to be there. I mean, it'll help to do more. 3 of Wands. It's just doing more than just being there. That's participating. Instead of just coming to an event, like my master just coming to an event, he can do like life coaching while I'm doing readings. He can just do a session with some of my clients. Like I'm doing readings on clients, and the clients that's waiting, they can holler at him. He can give them the other side of the coin. That's why I want my master on this channel, so he can really just be himself and tell y'all how he really feels about me, and tell y'all how he really feels about this psychic community, and tell y'all just the other side of the motherfucking coin. Because you see how I'm coming at it, right? He's going to come at it different. He's going to question this shit. You know? That's what I need him on my channel for, so he can call y'all out on y'all shit. Is this shit actually working for y'all? Like, are y'all actually benefiting from this shit? Like, what's the point of this shit? You know? You need that. You need that shit. Masculine. Be there for your feminine. It's only going to help. Your feminine got hella opportunities for you. And you'll create hella opportunities for your feminine just supporting what she does. Coming into the situation, feminine, you got joy. This is the Knight of Cups. Aces to tens are karmic cycles. Knights, queens, kings, and things are divine realms. How do divines move? In an infinity. We do ace to 10, knights, queens, kings. Ace to 10, knights, queens, kings. We move in an infinity. We ain't just doing shit for the world. We doing shit for the kingdom. It ain't just accountability in the world that we got. We got divine accountability also. It's 2 times the fun. 2 times the accountability. 2 times the karma. Divines just do more. We ain't just on this rat race, hamster wheel turnabout that 70% of the world is in. One thing about the Knight of Cups, it's juvenile. This is juvenile love, teenage love, young love. This is lust. What are emotions? It just indicates where you're going mentally. But what are emotions? Nigga, they temporary. Just like pentacles. Joy fades away. You can go from joy to depressed in one manifestation. You can go from happy to sad in the same day, in the same hour. Joy is not a feeling you're going to keep all day. Just like happiness is not a feeling you're going to keep all day. Just like loneliness, the Five of Cups. Isolation, the Hermit. You're not going to be that way all day. Pentacles change always. Cups change always. Swords change always. The only consistent are wands. One thing that ain't going to change, you being a divine masculine, you ain't a karmic. You ain't a catalyst. You ain't a false twin flame. So you're going to be divine at all times. Even if you ain't on your divine Two of Wands job. Joy, feminine. Whatever bringing you joy, that's cool in the game. But you bring yourself joy. This joy feeling came from within you out. And ain't nothing you did that brought you joy. And ain't nothing that's going on the outside of you that's bringing this energy to you. This emotion to you. This feeling to you. This shit emanates from inside out. So, joy, feminines, really figure out what's really bringing you joy. Is it the money that makes you happy? Is it the status that makes you happy? Is it the pinnacle? This is what I'm naming. It ain't something that's making you happy. The only thing that makes you happy is yourself. You a pinnacle. It's your heart. What brings you joy might be different from what brings your masculine joy. What makes you happy in this little demo might differ from what makes your masculine happy in this demo. Joy. It's temporary. It's juvenile love. That's why I call it the Romeo and Juliet card. Romeo and Juliet was a fucking tragedy. It was not a love story. They weren't divine lovers. They were karmic as fuck. They both killed themselves in the name of love. That's karmic as fuck. Shit. They should have lived and grew older to be Rome and Jules. You know, telling their story to their grandkids about how they met. That is a true love story. Two people growing old in love. Instead of two people being wasted in their juvenile years in the name of love. That shit is sad. So, when it comes to this twin flame situation, feminine, don't crash and burn in the name of love. This shit is eternal. If it don't work out with you and your masculine on a sexual or physical level, it's okay. What are you two doing for the world? Are you a new creature? Is he a new creature? Are you aware? Is he aware? This hella shit outside the whole love story that is you two. It's the divinity between you two. You just learn about the step after happiness. You were happy with this twin flame situation at one point. You don't degrade from happiness. You find joy in this. You find joy in it. Masculine, you got the Five of Pentacles. This is the dark night of the soul. Going without something. It's a 50%. Which is an F. That's failure. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tight to some shit or being scared to let something go. Usually because you feel this coming. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tight to something. Whatever you holding on to, you know it's finna go. You being scared to let something go. Whatever you being scared to let go, you know it's gonna leave. Then it leaves. We all go without shit. And it's just going without a person, place, or thing. Whether that's temporary or permanent. Ten of Swords is permanent endings. Ten of Wands, which you got going into the future feminine, are temporary endings. Dark Night of the Soul. Why are you going through the Dark Night of the Soul? You got the Eight of Cups. This is Divinity. This is the Pay the Bell card. Two-part card. First part of it is like Pay the Bell, keeping your integrity up and keeping your divinity up. You can't question Pay the Bell's integrity. She's been solid since the 70s. I'm saying this shit one more time. You can't question Pay the Bell's integrity. She's been solid since the 70s. Look at all the divas that ain't crashed and burned. Who ain't here. Who dead, overdose, who died, who fucking worked themselves to death around this motherfucker, who old as shit, still on stage, still slaving for labels around here. Divinity, she do gospel albums, Pay the Bell. She ain't just singing secular music, nigga. She giving shit back to God. That's a queen for you. Queen diva. Then the flip side to the whole Pay the Bell card. Patty pie. Nigga, this the season. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes and shit. Like, this is patty pie season. You understand me? It ain't just pies she's slinging. She got YouTube channel. She doing verse battles. She's using her influence for the best. And she's keeping God in everything that she do. You feel me? Like, you can't lose with God. You lost something, right? Well, you won't lose with God. You understand what I'm saying? If you doing shit for the kingdom, then it ain't a loss. If a person fuck you over, knowing you a divine person, knowing you a good solid ass person, they just fucked off on a solid ass person. You know what I mean? Karma gonna get their ass for even fucking with a child of God like that. You know? This Five of Pentacles really happens because you ain't holding up your integrity in, your divinity in, and you ain't enterprising. Eight of Cups, the flip side of the Patty Bell card is enterprise. If Patty Bell didn't enterprise, nigga, she'd probably be just like Anita Baker. No disrespect. She probably would have went out like Aretha Franklin. No disrespect. She moving different. You understand what I'm saying? This is a divine card. This Eight of Cups is. Hey, you going without shit. You losing shit, masculine, because you ain't really investing in your divine side of things. You can't lose with God. You can't lose with this twin flame situation. You can't lose with divinity. You've been choosing the world over divinity. You've been choosing these karmic relationships over your divine relationship that you got, whether it's physical or sexual or not. You cannot lose fucking with your twin flame demo. Investing in your twin flame demo. Supporting your number one supporter, who is your divine feminine. You learn a lot about where your loyalty lies. Putting your faith in people who ain't for you and people who really don't give a squirrel fart about you. And you pick these people and pick these things over things that fuck with you unconditionally, like God, like your divine feminine, your real divine feminine. And let me say this shit. If you can't relate or resonate to what I'm saying about your feminine, then he or she probably ain't your divine feminine. Let's think about this twin flame demo. Motherfuckers want to jump in this shit just to be on ship, just to be on board. Take your fucking time. I tell clients that shit all the time. I'm glad that you thought this person was your twin and they ain't. Because this ain't a way to kick off your twin flame story. This person treats you like shit. Yeah, it's a good thing this person ain't your twin. Well, I thought he was, or I thought she was, and nah. You know, your twin flame got your best interest at heart. Only a karmic catalyst or false twin flame gonna do you dirty, gonna put you through hell, gonna change you into an unrecognizable person. But moving on, feminine, you in regards to yourself, personally, we got the Clueless card. This is rolling with the homies. It's like the movie Clueless. In the movie Clueless, parents was clueless, teachers was clueless, kids was clueless. Look at Cher. She over here fucking with Christian. Who gay? You don't even like chicks. They're good friends. But a physical, sexual relationship ain't what the fuck Christian on with Cher. He's a good friend. She still kept him as a friend. But as a romantic prospect, she had to let that shit go. Because it wasn't clicking. You know? Josh. She was stiff-arming Josh through the whole fucking movie. Only for at the end of the movie for her and Josh to find each other. Josh did the same shit Cher was doing to Josh. Josh was doing to Cher. Oh, she's immature. She's a high schooler. She's a big ass baby. I'm looking for something more mature. I'm looking for a college chick, college woman, only to see that, nigga, that's what he really wanted. A person that wants him unconditionally. And it ain't like they both wanted each other like that. They was fighting their feelings for each other. But at the end of the day, it worked out. Look at D and Donald Faison and shit. You know, they beefing throughout the whole motherfucking flick. But at the end of the flick, they together. As always, you know. You got to go through the bad to appreciate the good. And then you got Brittany Murphy, rest in peace, who fuck with the skater boy. And said, see you later, boy. Like, she fuck with Travis. Travis was trying to get with her since the beginning of the movie. She was stiff-arming him the way Cher was stiff-arming her people's potentials and shit. And the way D was stiff-arming Donald Faison in this motherfucker. Brittany Murphy was trying to be somebody she wasn't. She was trying to date popular dudes who really didn't give a fuck about her like that. Travis was where she come from. That's the person she resonates with. So I just find it highly cool that at the end of the movie, she ended up being with him. And then like the teachers who fell in love. They wasn't even thinking about each other until Cher and D hooked them up. And they just fell into it. That's how love works sometimes. Sometimes you just fall in love. That's how this twin flame situation worked, right? Our recognition happened, bumped into each other, and it's like y'all stuck. You bump into people all the fucking time, but you don't develop this with them. Six of Swords, feminine. Hey, clueless. You don't know how you got here with your twin, but you here. And I'm pretty sure your twin asking himself, how the fuck I get here with you? But he here though. Sometimes shit just come together. Like peanut butter and jelly, you dig? You know what I'm saying? Like milk and cookies, you feel me? And some shit don't go together, like oil and water. You know? Like a dirt in a sanitized room and shit. Like some shit go together, some shit don't. Feminine. When it comes to you personally, a lot of shit has came into place, and that's something you're gonna have to recognize. It could be the fact that, I don't know, you and your divine masculine ain't got nothing sexual going on or nothing romantic going on. Maybe he Christian. Maybe that nigga's Christian. You know what I'm saying? He's a good friend. Y'all two got a lot in common. I mean, he ain't the one you finna date and fuck around with. I mean, you got Josh for that. But what you and Christian got going on, y'all kindred spirits. He likes to shop, you likes to shop. You know, you like the finer things in life, so does he. Y'all both, like, think about that shit. Think of your boyfriend and think of like your gay best friend. It's a lot of shit you could do with your gay best friend, feminine, that you can't do with your masculine. You understand what I'm saying? No, you ain't got shit going on sexually or romantically with your gay best friend, but that nigga, you probably spend more time with your gay best friend than you do your own man. It ain't like you want to spend more time with Christian than Josh, but you and Christian just have so much in common. This is just realizing like your masculine might be Christian. Okay, it's cool. We ain't got a sexual or romantic relationship. That don't mean shit. We obviously came together for a reason. Let's just stick to that. Just thoughts. That's not all twins. Just some. Whoever I'm talking to. Masculine. You in regards to the feminine, you got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. This is a 90%. This is lining your life up. You came in with the Five of Pentacles. This was 50%. Failure. You was going through the dark night of the soul because of a person, place, or thing you can't have in your life anymore. But guess what? You just went from an F to an A in 4 steps. Six of Pentacles, which is the final card in your message. We got the homeostasis. Five of Pentacles is going through the dark night of the soul. Six of Pentacles is getting through whatever this loss is. You just lost the love of your life. You're going to be okay. You just broke your fucking leg. You're going to be fine. You just failed a semester at college. You're going to be okay. It ain't the end of the fucking world when you lose shit. Pentacles come and go. They're temporary. They expire. They all have expiration dates. You dig? But the same way you lose shit, you can gain shit. Nine of Pentacles is an A. Eight of Pentacles is a life. And a life looks a lot like this. All over the fucking place. Until you line your life up to fit shit that needs to be in there. You can't fit nothing in your life when it's a mess. But when you get some order in your shit, you can fit whatever you please. You can fit whatever you please. You know? This is a good standing. It's an A. Because when you're in this position, you can help somebody. You can take this pentacle and give it to somebody that needs it. Maybe it's somebody you know right now that's in the Six of Pentacles, which is a D. This ain't failure, but it ain't passing. Seven of Pentacles. You hooked them up with a pentacle. They had a Seven of Pentacles. They passing. They got a C. You know what I mean? It gets them a step closer to getting their life together. You got a life. You know what I mean? You're going to go from having more than a life to just having a life, but this is a B. You're going from an A to a B to help somebody get from a D to a C. You can't help nobody unless you're in a position to help somebody. In order to help somebody, you got to get in a position to help. You get what I'm saying? So, when it comes to your feminine, you need to help her out. It's something you got going on that can help what she got going on. And by you doing that, that'll be you doing your job. You supporting, two of wands, your number one supporter, which is your feminine. Or maybe this is you right here, lining your life up to fit your divine feminine in there. Do that shit. I just find it highly strange. You trying to line your feminine to come in your life is right under the feminine with the whole clueless card. Maybe by you doing this, she can finally fall and slip into whatever you got planned. Like, mentally, your feminine know this shit is going to work out. Mentally, you know I'm going to get in union one day. I'm going to get in reunion one day with my twin. I'm going to recognize who my twin is when he pop up. This is something you mentally can understand. That's making sense to you, that it's going to happen one day. And eventually one day your masculine going to kick in and start doing what he needs to do for this shit to work. This is a two-player game. Like, this is Jumanji, this twin flame thing. If two people started this game, two people got to end this game. And if one person stops playing, then whatever mayhem that came out of this game is going to run around, and the karma. This is the mayhem in the Jumanji game. If one motherfucker stop playing, then it's just going to be the karma. It's still going to keep going until you two finish this game. Masculine role, wrapping this up. Feminine, you in regards to the masculine, you got the sauce. This is like juice. You got the juice now. When it comes to your masculine, you got the juice. You got the sauce. Sauce is your steez. It's your essence. It's your personality. It's what makes you you. You out here thinking that these other feminines got something on you. They ain't got shit on you. You a divine. They're karmic. What a fucking karmic got on a divine? Nothing. It's like comparing Patti LaBelle to one of these mini divas out here. There is no comparison. Patti LaBelle been out here. I mean, how old is she? Excuse me. How seasoned is she? It look like she in a better relationship than most of these young divas. Look like she get more money than most of these divas. Look like she got freedom and creative control more so than some of these young ass divas. She's saucy. Sauce. Who's the sauce maker? You, divine feminine. Who's the sauce taker? The divine masculine. Your sauce. Sometimes he takes your sauce, waters it down and try to spread it on other feminines just so they can taste better. It's the equivalent of, like I say, your masculine leave you alone. You see your masculine down the road. He's with a chick that look like you. Or in my case, like my masculine tried to do, he tried to hang around other psychics and other YouTube dudes to see if they on what I'm on, only to see that I'm the only nigga doing the shit that I'm doing. Their intentions and the shit that they really on is totally different. See, I work for God. Like this, I serve God. That's all I do. This shit is for the kingdom and kingdom only. You know what I mean? It's the reason why I do this shit. It's a method to my madness, and my method is nothing my master's gonna find with anybody else. He befriends other new dudes to see if they rock with him the way I rock with him. Ain't no nigga gonna rock with him the way I rock with him. I'm a divine feminine, in case you ain't know. Nah. It's my twin ain't never gonna meet another friend that loves him unconditionally, that got his back, that supports everything that he do, and will let this nigga be himself. One thing I'm gonna do is let my masculine be my masculine. I ain't here to change that nigga. I'm here to change his path, change the direction he going in, hopefully unlock some good shit in him. Same shit my masculine did for me, I want to do for him. My masculine sit me down and put me on none of this twin flame shit, man. It was just him being himself, gave me all the answers that I needed to know. Like the Oracle with Neo. What did Morpheus say when Neo came back from the Oracle? What she said was for you and you only. She tells you exactly what you needed to know. I'll be like the Oracle with my master. I'm on God. I let him do what he does. My master been trying to change me all the time. You should do this. You should do that. You should stop doing this. You should stop doing that. You should look at this different. Some of the shit I take consideration. Some of the shit I let roll off. The way he lets shit roll off. I can't tell my master shit. I can't tell this nigga how to change. what to do better and all that shit, even if it's some positive shit. He looking at me like, nigga, you bugging. I'm me. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. You ain't got tabs or control over me, or it's like, all right, nigga, you right. And that's what divines do with other divines. When you love a person unconditionally, you ain't finna change who they are. You're just gonna give them the love and give them the space to do whatever they gonna do anyway. Hopefully they learn. Because I'm telling you, my master's never gonna find a person like me ever in his life. The only closest thing he'll find to me would be like a good wife at his age that's gonna hold him down. Like Chris Brown and DJ Khaled around this motherfucker. And the only person I'm gonna find like my divine will be my wife that God gave me. You know what I mean? Like, feminists, y'all better stop tweaking, acting like your sauce ain't it. Unless you think your sauce ain't shit. Like, I hear it a lot. Oh, he's got this new karmic. Who gives a fuck? She's a karmic. Damn it. Is she another divine? No. What would, even if she was another divine, she ain't you. It's the difference between A1 sauce and fake A1 sauce. It's the difference between, like, nigga, the burgers you get at McDonald's and the frozen patties you buy at Walmart and shit. Like, it's a difference to good quality shit. Good liquor and bad liquor. Good weed and bullshit weed. Like, it's a big difference between real and fake. Feminine, you real, right? Alright. Act like you is. Your sauce is enough. Your influence, because that's what sauce is. Your influence is enough. Who you are is enough. You ain't gotta be more than what you are. You ain't gotta change who the fuck you are to cater to your masculine. Nah, he don't do that with you. Why the fuck you think you gotta do that with him? Like, he's just enough. Look at the bullshit your masculine be on, and you still love him unconditionally and let him do what he does, right? Alright, have the same respect. Have the same outlook when it come to you. Masculine. You, in regards to yourself, you got the King of Pentacles. This is the karmic masculine. So look at last reading. I showed how a lot of feminines, divine feminines, be acting karmic feminine and shit. Like, it's the same shit. Masculine. It's the control aspect. If you trying to control every aspect of this twin flame shit, then you acting very karmic-y. If you trying to come up off pentacles, off your feminine pentacles, when you ain't put the wands to work in and get the pentacles from your feminine that you demanded, you acting quite karmic. My master tried that shit. He was dealing with a karmic at the time. I'm guessing it was his karmic feminine's idea. Masculine come to me like, yeah, you making money off this shit. I see you making a living off this. You know what I'm saying? So I should get 60% of what you make off this shit. Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have none of this shit. It's like, nigga, you can work to get half. I'll give you half off top if you two of wands. At least you should do your job. But it's like, nah. This nigga want to come up off my shit for free. Like, that's karmic-y. Who you listening to? Like, I laugh. Like, you, like, that's funny. Like, you really think you finna get something for nothing? Like, nah, that's some karmic shit that you need to stop doing. That you need to watch out for. This is also how he be treating his little feminines and shit. Like, we men at the end of the day. You know, we twins and shit, but we men at the end of the day. His outlook on females is very karmic-y. I mean, I'm a feminine, so of course I look at females different than he does. He's definitely a masculine, but yeah. So outlook on feminines need to change. He has a very karmic masculine outlook on females, on women in general. That's the shit he needs to change. Are you man? And if to you divine masculine women that's acting like karmic masculines out here, it's the control aspect. You want to control every aspect of this shit. Like, you keep stiff arms, you keep shit set up so you don't get hurt off top. Like, nah. You jump out the window and fall on your ass one time, so you really know what it means to do some shit like that. Like, nah. Don't be scared to get hurt. Don't be scared to learn. You learn by doing. You know what I mean? You gotta do shit to learn. You can't control the pinnacle flow. You can't control how this shit goes. That's very karmic-y. And that's just some shit you need to get off of. So, future final roll, wrapping this up. Feminine, going to the future, you got the 10 of Wands. This is a temporary ending. What's a temporary ending? That's pumping the brakes on something while you can. This is leaving something alone while you still have the control and the authority to do so. It's like you see something ain't really going in a good direction, and it's like before you put more time, energy, and resources into it, just leave it alone. This ain't a permanent end. This is just calling a timeout. Like, you know what? Let me chill out. Let me gather my thoughts. Before it goes past the point of no return. Ten of Swords would be more so like a divorce. Like you already had these feelings before you got married, and then it's like you get married, and now you know for a fact, because Ten of Swords is something you register. Now you know for a fact this ain't it, and then you leave it. But you can't quit it the way you did before you got married. Now you got legalities to go through, divine and worldly accountability and karma to sift through because you chose to wait at a later time to end something you could have just pumped the brakes on before it even got further. You're dealing with a dude that you kind of iffy about. And instead of just leaving this dude alone and just trusting your intuition, which really makes you a psychic and shit, nah, you choose to fuck with him. And you fuck around and have a baby with this guy. And then he fucks around and, like I said, does what you thought. And now, it ain't like you could just leave him alone. He got a fucking baby with you. So, you know what I mean? This is like stopping well before shit gets crucial, shit gets critical. And having the awareness to know when to say when. Ten of Wands, a temporary ending. If you need to know how to move, and it deals with actions and behavior. You learn by doing. The more actions and wands and behavior modification that you're doing, the more you know how to handle certain situations. So, final card in this message, masking going to the future. We got the Six of Pentacles. This is that okay shit. This is a D. This is the step after failure. Five of Pentacles is an F. That's the Dark Night of the Soul. All right. Keep going. This okay energy, you think that you doing bare minimum is going to work. It might works out for you, but it ain't going to work out for the long end. It ain't going to work out for the feminine. It ain't really going to work out for the kingdom. It's a D. It's not failure. You just doing bare minimum shit. But this shit ain't passing either. So, really do more. Because by you doing more, it's just going to help. By you doing more, it's just going to help. And that's the message that I got. I hope I can be of good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned for more messages. One.